Well, continuation of our hike along the Sierra Moreno trail in the Corte De Madera open space area here in off of Highway 35 between Woodside and La Honda, California. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. Looking west right now towards the ocean, which you cannot see with so much foliage in the way, but this area is covered with beautiful redwood trees. Beautiful canopy of redwood trees. Some fir, some hardwood. But just generally just a beautiful area to hike around. So right now I'm just pointing direct due west towards the ocean. It's overcast today in the low 60s, so it's definitely a cool day. But a beautiful trail, definitely worth negotiating for a couple of hours of the hiking. We'll be stopping up here pretty soon to have our lunch. So what we got here: Mulder Trail to Cal Water Bear by Skyline Trail, Sierra Morena Trail. We're right on Sierra Morena Trail right now, which is exactly a good sign. So we're gonna hook up with the Fir Trail and then turn around and catch back up again to loop back to the parking lot. So we're in good shape right now. Maybe a 3-mile hike at all. Not too far, but it can fool you because you can go a long ways and not really be covering that much mileage because it's such a curvy up and down hill path. Definitely glad we took a trip in from the Central Valley. Right now it's in the low 80s in Central Valley and humid. And on the coast it's about 20 degrees cooler. So much of a difference in microclimates over here in Central California between the coast and the interior valleys. Wait till summer comes, it'll be a much range. It'll go from the hundreds to the 80s along the coast, or a little ways off. Right on the coast it'll be in the upper 60s and low 70s. But boy, we're not really at a very high altitude right now, maybe 2,000, 2,300 feet at the most. As you can see, the redwoods just reach up to the sky. And I wouldn't imagine these trees are more than, oh, it's hard to say, maybe 500 years old. I'm not good at dating unless I see rings. But they're medium growth, not old growth. So you got Sierra Morena Trail, which we want to stay on. There's the Methuselah Trail that goes up to the tree that crosses the road, which we're going to drive over and take a look at later on. For now, I just tripped on a rock. For now, we're going to stay on this trail to cut around. Seeing if I can find any kind of structure along this path. It's a pretty well beaten path, and we're on a weekend now, so you see quite a few people in here in the summertime, people traveling, coming on vacation. But if I see any kind of true structure, I'll stop and take some pictures. Like this little small X here. There's a couple little leaners that might be just a natural formation, so I'm not gonna pay much attention to it. As we continue on the trail. Bicycle coming this way. Bicicleta. Okay. Thank you. So. These guys are some real mountain men here on these bicycles, taking these turns really fast. They're good riders, negotiating these hills. Ah, nice to be stronger, younger, and in great shape. At one time in my life I could have done something like that some years back, but I wasn't much of a mountain biker. I mostly stayed on paved roads. But I did do a lot of these rides through the San Mateo Hills and Skyline Drive back in my 30s, some years back. How about like 30 years back? But I'm enjoying my time, being retired, taking my time and taking it all in. Nature's beautiful wonderland, surrounded everywhere. Let's see what we got up here. That's where my hiking partner is. Ahí está. There she is. ¿Te gusta aquí? ¿Te gusta aquí? Sí, el parque es lindo, ¿verdad? Bien calmo. So this little gully would take some negotiating to climb up and down. And I can imagine just the amount of poison oak down there. Glad I wore my long pants today. Not that I'm intending to go off trail very far, but last time I learned the hard way, last October, when I got a bout of poison oak further north of here in the eucalyptus groves in San Pedro Valley Park. But that's a good lesson to learn, not to wear shorts when hiking, and definitely don't go off trail with shorts on. And there are ticks up here too. What do you call it? Deer ticks. People get Lyme disease from that, walking around without protection. But in the summertime, definitely you want to spray your legs if you do decide to go with shorts on. So look at some of these trees that have just been busted off in the storms, or where they got some kind of a what do you call that, a tree disease, a boring beetle blight that causes them to snap off like that. This tree here, look at that, looks like it's got a tree house up above. Wow. Casa de árbol, sirena. Para los tiernos de pie grande. Wow, interesting formations. Look at this leaner over here on this tree. Yeah, it just busted off and just stayed there. Oh, if I feel like this. Okay. Solo quiero grabar ahí ese árbol bien raro. Mira, wow. Look at that tree. Mira este árbol. Como está agachado. Some of these formations are amazing. How they just grow and bend and twisted in midair like that. It's just, to me, amazing. Without being manipulated one way or another. Look at that tree, just completely came up out of the ground. Way up there, about maybe 150 feet up. Es entendible cómo llaman este sendero Corte de Madera, porque hay mucha madera que está cortado, ¿verdad? Natural. So we got some of these hazelnut trees and oak trees, black oak and live oak. They're just leaning off in the distance, just hanging on for dear life on this precipice, not precipice, but this downhill gully. So it tells people to stay out here. It says not a trail area closed. So they're trying to keep this area from being trampled on for various reasons. So I gotta obey the rules and obey the rules of the road, so to speak, out here in the open space. But I guess if I can see if I can get a picture of it from this side here. Don't want to get a ticket by a ranger if they happen to be coming through here. This beautiful area. I wonder if there's any trees being manipulated over there. Over and out